Hey guys, Happy New Year 2025. Welcome to the Goodfellow Podcast, and I am Joe Barone, your host. It's a new year, and I want to say thanks. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. Thanks for tuning in, and all my subscribers and likes. I appreciate it that you asked about me for the couple of weeks that I took off. Guys, don't forget about the Patreon channel too. We got a lot of things going to happen over there. This being a new year, we are going to be doing a lot of stuff. We have a lot of interviews lined up. I can't really say everybody's name because it's still in the works, but we're going to have a lot of different shows going on with that. So thanks for tuning in. I did take about 2-3 weeks we took? 3 weeks. About 3 weeks we took because, it's the holidays and stuff, and everybody gets busy. And, you guys had to do your thing, and I had to do mine. You know how it goes. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Before I get started, once again, I'd like to say hello to my friend Charlie Buono. And don't forget about his book, From Crime to Christ. I hope you guys did order some for the holidays. It's a good read, and he is a very, very dear friend of mine. So always look out for that. If you guys don't know how to get it, email us here and stuff, and we'll give you all the information that you need. But you definitely would want to get a book like this for anybody, especially who's walking the wrong way, because Charlie describes it really good about staying on the right path. Anyways, we were going to start a couple of things. Before I even get that, I want to say hello to my friend Dominic from Mafia Roundtable. Hit that subscribe button with him. He's really good. He's also got Sicali's Corner Unfiltered, which is really good. There's a lot of stuff going on in his show right now, too. He's got some hair transplants done, which like I had. He got his eyebrows done, and he's going to really start looking good. Nobody will be able to say anything about him again. He actually showed the scars and everything, And I have scars, but it's a little hidden now because mine has grown in my hair. But
He just did that? He just
yeah, he just had it done, and he looks good. And there's a couple of people out there still talking sap about him, things. But one thing I like about Dominic's show is, so I won't get off the beaten path. Dominic, when he was in the street, if he made a mistake, if he was wrong, he would either apologize or he would correct it. Well, he's doing the same thing on his show as well. Also, this show here too, why I'm on it, I've been telling the truth from the day one, and I've been on many episodes of many shows, and I've always said the same thing. I'm always consistent. Look, it was easy for me to portray myself as a gangster because I saw my father. I watched a lot of movies, but I was not a real gangster. That's why I always tell everybody I'm not the toughest guy around. The only thing that made me tough was that I won't take no bullshit from nobody or whatever the case may be. And I will fight, win or lose, whatever the case may be. And I have done things, that I won't say on the air that, you would be sorry if that was the case. You know what I mean? But other than that, I like Dominic's show. He'll tell the truth. And if he made a mistake or something, or if he says something that wasn't right, he will own it. Just like he owned the fact that he became, worked with the government, just like I did too. So another thing about that too is, and about guys like us, everybody has a reason for doing things that they do. You can judge it if you want to. It's up to you. Or you could agree with it, not agree with it. That's up to you guys. All along, especially when I was on Vlad TV and the Connect and a lot of people, everybody gave their opinion. No problems with that. I don't care. But the bottom line is somebody does something to you, and whatever you do, maybe you react, maybe you have a fight, maybe you don't, maybe you call a cop, maybe you do something to the guy's car. I don't know, whatever. You feel justified in doing what you did. Well, it's the same thing with anything else in this life. There were certain codes that were broken, but that could be broken on both sides, not just one. Even though you're not supposed to do things, even if somebody does something to you, you're supposed to still take it. But, listen, everybody's an individual and they can make their own choices in life. So like it, don't like it, it's up to anybody else. With that, while I was in the street, I was an associate, what you would probably call almost like a knockaround guy, but I was an associate. I probably could have got my button, got straightened out, and it was heading towards that actually. But a lot of people used to come to me for a lot of different things. It was girls that came to me, husbands, boyfriends beat them up or smacked them around. I had to go talk to people like that. Guys, the same thing with the girlfriends. They wanted their girlfriends, something happened to them, and this and that. I was pretty smart about that and told them, listen, why don't you get yourself another girl or think about it for a little while? I'm always going to be around. Let's see if you feel this way 2, 3 months from now, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And most people kind of listen to me. Just like when I learned about loan sharking again, I upgraded to, like, in other words, getting collateral now or something like that, because I was, I got good information from a good friend of mine. And I never had to beat anybody up anymore and stuff like that. So I kind of kept away from trouble in that respect. So I had a lot of money in the street, not a lot. Like, there's guys that got big money, hundreds of thousands probably. Me, I had about maybe 40,000, 50,000 in the street at one time, or another, but it wasn't a lot of money as opposed to some other guys that are really bigger than me. But like I say, going back, there was one story I heard something today that reminded me, and this is why I'm telling you. A friend of mine, Joey, I won't say his last name. I don't want to embarrass him. He came to me and he called me. He says, Joe, he says, listen, he says, I talked to him. I said, what's the matter? And I didn't know what he was going to say over the phone, but he said to me, I was going to say to him, go meet him in person, but he told me he thinks his wife was cheating on him. I says, what? And now this guy, Joey, he did pretty good for himself. He's a good guy. Went to school with his brother. I won't say his brother's name either, because then maybe the people will put it together. So I don't want to embarrass him. That's why I'm not saying that. But as a matter of fact, his brother, when we were in 5th grade, I think, 4th grade, he threw something at me and cut my whole skin open like this. It's like there's so many good stories with that. But, well, this guy told me his wife was cheating. I said, how do you know? And he gave me some stories and everything. He says, could you have one of your guys follow her for me? I said, yeah, sure, no problem. That's not a problem, Joe. I says, but let me ask you a question. He says, yeah, Joe, but listen, she's probably doing this. I says, look, I get it. I know you're upset. You're thinking what she's doing the same things you did. Maybe some of the things you couldn't do with her, maybe she's doing with it the other guy, and everybody gets like a little crazy, I says, is the house still under your father's name? And he says, yeah, Joe, but, she's doing this. I said, whoa, calm down, take it easy. I says, you sure? And you didn't do nothing? He says, no, I didn't do anything. I said, okay, will you take care of your kid? I won't even say if it's a boy or a girl, because like I said, it might lead to me exposing him. So he says, yeah, of course I would. I says, well, look. He says, but why? Why do you say that, Joe? I says, well, listen, it's better to be brokenhearted with the money than without the money. And so all of a sudden, I don't hear nothing on the phone no more. I go, you there? He goes, Joe, I didn't even think of it like that. I said, well, that's one of the reasons why you called me. I'm supposed to be the level-head. I'm your buddy. You know what I mean? I'm trying to help you. So with that, anyways, he says, look, what do I got to do? I said, look, just let me talk to my friend. I says, let's see how long it would take to follow. If it's going to be a long night and everything like that, you got to give him a few hundred. But I said, maybe just to follow it, just give him $100. Now you're going back maybe, let's see, I'm here for maybe almost 20 years ago, maybe 18 years ago, like that, 17 years ago, something like that.
That's when this was?
Yeah.
This is like early 2000s?
Yeah, it was before I took my second pinch.
Okay.
So figure it was before 2009.
Right.
So how you could guys estimate the math or whatever. Anyways, so my friend did follow me. He gave me the 100 to give to the guy. Well, I gave the guy the 100 anyways out of my pocket. Then he came and gave me the money. I went and seen him, and she wasn't cheating on him anyways, and it turned out to be okay. But it's sad when, what's really sad in this life, in this lifestyle that I had and everything like that. Anybody can be scammed. Anybody could be taken. The smartest guy, it don't matter. Just, sometimes you find a niche. It's sad that when you're if you're being scammed by somebody, you can't tell, but it's real. What, if you're around certain people that are like this, you should know that it's sometimes you got to look at all the angles. You know what I mean? And there was that Carlito's Way when he said, look, he says, when you don't know all the angles, you can't see it. He says, that's when it's time to go. But what's really sad is when you're really sincere with that person, and this is kind of has a little something to do with me, is when you're really sincere with the person and you have all good intentions and the person can't see your what do you want to say, honesty or
True intentions.
your true intentions. And that's the really sad part. That could happen in any relationship, boy, guy and a girl, or a business relationship or whatever. And but if you're being really honest and the other person isn't, and you're really showing your true self, you know what I mean? That's that's when you have to make a decision. And I got something here. It's a decision. And this says here, one of the happiest moments in my life is when you find the courage to let go of what you can't change. I mean, and sometimes you can't. And it's really sad. So you really got to walk away from things, and sometimes things are hard to walk away from. I know that from my own experience. I'm sure everybody out there has had something happen to them, whether it be in business or a girlfriend or a boyfriend, whatever it may be. So, just be on the lookout for that, because you got to be able to listen to your heart or listen to the gut feeling. God give you a gut feeling, and you always know when something's wrong. Now, don't get me wrong. Some people are nervous. Some people don't trust anybody, or some people are like that. And those gut feelings that they have, a person who doesn't trust anybody, sometimes their feelings are usually off. If you just go through life being happy and then you get that feeling, then that's something different. You know what I mean? Like when Vinny Gorgeous had said one time, long time ago, he says, talk to everybody like they're wearing a wire. Now that's really good advice. That doesn't mean you can't trust anybody, but that just means keep, your eyes open. There's another guy we used to walk around in Milan, Michigan. I think Bobby DeFeo used to say it to me back in the days. He says, "Hey, keep your eyes open and your mouth shut." And that's the truest thing you could ever do. So, um, you know. Anyways, that was one story I wanted to tell a little bit about my friend Joey. Good guy he was too. Of course he's won't probably talk to me now because of everything that I did, but he was a good guy. He actually saw me give somebody a beating once, and I feel bad about the fight I had with this guy, as I hurt him bad. And so I still feel bad about it to this day, even though the guy forgave me and everything like that. I just still feel bad about doing it, because like I said, I've had my moments, and done things that I wasn't happy about. But anyways, I did get some good news. I went to a special hospital. I don't know if you guys, I think I was always cold in my throat. So my vocal cord was a little partially paralyzed. I don't know if it was I think it was from the virus, the doctor said, maybe that it might have happened, but it took a long time to heal. It is back. Smidgen, a little different, but I want to know. I'm gonna ask you guys. You think if it's a little bit back, and this is the reason why I was so down and depressed a little bit. So, let me just give you a little something. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The corn is as high as an elephant's eye, and it looks like it's climbing clear up to the sky. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling, everything's going my way. Anyway, that was just a little something. My guy's laughing over there. But it's a little still off in some spots because it's just a twitch. But the doctor told me, she was a wonderful woman, told me that it's going to heal 100%. You'll go back. And I've been doing a lot of things, taking teaspoons of honey, honey lozenges with lemon, and so I've been really taking and massaging it. I went to voice therapy and stuff like that, so which I'm out of now, thank God. Oh, and if you guys are wondering why I'm so dressed up, like as far as with warm stuff on, it's freaking cold where I am. So, it's my right. It was like 20 degrees this morning. 20, yeah, it was like 20 degrees this morning. So it's a little cold, and now, and especially since I gave myself a haircut, it's like my head was cold. So I've been wearing a hat like I'm back in New York somewheres. Anyways, so I figured I'd give you some guys good news. If you cared about me, then thank you for listening to my song. We're gonna start playing some more guitar on the shows. We're gonna start doing some more songs. I'm gonna make a happy thing. I'm also gonna come up with a lot more stories when I was in prison, when I had a couple of fights that I had there over the phone, over somebody ratting on me. I don't know if I told that story, but there's a couple lot of different things. Some bank robbers I was around in there. A few wise guys, how a lot of wise guys back out of the trouble, and how they a lot different when they're in prison. And we used to laugh. Me and Johnny Artuso, we said it was somebody doing something stupid, and he said, "Hey, it's a little too late to be scared now." You know what I mean? We're already in prison. It's like, Johnny Artuso was a really good guy. Not involved in a life like his dad, who was Vinny Artuso, who was supposed to be in on the Paul Castellano hit. But Johnny was, and I think he had a brother too. Really good people, and I think Johnny might live in Arizona or something now. Walked away from all that stuff. Smart kid, guy, whatever you want to call him. He was a smart guy, just to get out of that, not to be like his dad and everything like that. And he was no punk too, so don't get nobody wrong. He actually saved me in there. I think I might have mentioned that story, but we'll talk about it another time again too, when I met him and stuff like that. So I was thinking, should we go to some comments maybe or something? Or
Yeah, but before we do, I just had a couple questions.
Absolutely, go right ahead.
So question number one is, what is your New Year's resolution, if you have any?
Wow, yeah, you know something? I'd like to see if anybody else would send in some New Year's resolutions too. My New Year resolution is to, hopefully to be, maybe more happier, maybe more, I've been hitting the gym a lot now. I would hope it to be a lot more happier, maybe other things. I don't really want to say too much over the air. You never know who's watching. Yeah, there's a lot of things good that are coming up, and I think this year, because I'm a Sagittarius, and this Jupiter is my the planet that I'm like related to because of my sign, and they say this is a good year because this is like happens every once where the Jupiter's moon, something like that happens, So I'm hoping that's going to be a lot of good things for me. So, how about yourself? You did any resolutions or no?
Just work out a little more and stay a little more active.
Got to come to the gym with me, bro. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I'll put you right on, man. Come as my guest.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, see what I can do in that joint. So, but anyways, we'll want to hit some comments. But send in your New Year's resolutions if you want, or whatever you want to do. That's fine. And we also, like I said, Dominic should be. We're going to be doing a lot of different things. Hopefully, that's still in a lot of works with me and Dominic. We might be doing something once a week, once every couple of weeks. I don't know. We're still talking about a lot of different things. And I was going to mention so many things that he's already said on his live shows, but I want to save it for when he and I get together. Because he's talked about the Purple Gang. I actually knew some people in the Purple Gang as well. He had said some things, about the French connection, and there's a pizza connection, some other people. So there's a lot of different things he and I really want to go over.
Wait, real quick.
Yeah.
What's the pizza connection?
The pizza connection was because the heroin was being put in the pizza
What?
boxes. Yeah, it was in pizza.
Oh,
yeah.
I think you mentioned something.
Yeah.
about this one time.
As a matter of fact,
They were hiding it in the pizza boxes.
Yep, and that's why they call it
Wow.
the pizza connection. Yeah, this is a lot, and most of those people that got caught doing life. Matter of fact, it's Anthony Aiello, Ace. His father was involved in that, and I think he got life in prison.
Is Anthony Aiello still alive?
Oh yes, I think he's still in prison. Yeah, he was.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, no, he was. Anthony was a good guy. Matter of fact, him and Dominic were very close. I was with Anthony a lot of times myself too. Anthony was a real. He was the real deal. He's the real.
He's a made man or no?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's
he's
in
a
a lot of
soldier.
your guys' stories, but you and Dom.
He's a soldier, tough kid too. Him and Dominic went back to back on a lot of different things. Matter of fact, Louis Electric said on my many meetings with Louis Electric, he says to me, I put those two guys up against anybody, and so would I, to be honest with you. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, no, Ace was lifting, I don't know how much weight off the floor, hundreds of pounds. I mean, he was an animal.
Damn.
Oh yeah. Matter of fact, somebody cut him off on his motorcycle. He fell off the motorcycle stuff, and then he caught the guy at the red light and pulled him out of the car and beat the shit out of him.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, Anthony was tough. Oh yeah, and a good guy though. He was a good guy, capable, very capable.
Ready for comments?
Yeah, you want to do some comments, guys? Let me just have a sip of this.
Robert Brower, 9766 says, "Hey Joe, I was a young kid at Hudson Park, either in the late 70s or early 80s, and I remember you standing on one of the cement benches doing a pose like a bodybuilder.
Oh Yeah.
I vaguely remember a lot of people watching you, and it was like entertainment. I also remember seeing you later on in life walking out of a building with some guy right by Isaac Young. I guess it's like on Shore Road. You probably know some people that I know too from the east side of New Rochelle, and I did have family members on the west side, but I wish you all the best and have a happy new year.
That's Robert.
Robert Brower.
Yeah, Robert Brower. Yeah, you are dead on the money. I used to do that stuff fooling around because I was so skinny and bony, and I used to do like the poses, and stuff like that. I used to actually, by Isaac Young, right across the street was where I used to live. I owned a few apartments in there, so you definitely saw me there as well. And I can guarantee you, we probably know the same people. I mean, almost all of New Rochelle knew me, and my whole family practically Barone was a common name. So, yeah, that's really good. Thank you for that memory. That I used to go to Hudson Park. Oh man, yeah, that was good, Robert. Thanks so much, man. I'm doing well, and thank you for asking. I hope you're doing good as well. And always tune in, and any comments or anybody you want to mention or anything like that. Perfect. Yeah, but you are spot on.
Brooklyn 6570 says, "It's been a few weeks. I hope you're all right. I'm coming to terms with forgiving myself for a bucket load of pain I caused over the years, and it's very hard to forgive yourself, but that's not who I am today. Therapy is hard. I hope you're getting the support you need. Happy holidays."
Hey, thanks, Brooklyn. It is very hard to forgive yourself, so I agree with you 1,000%. I have my own demons. I obviously you have your own. We all have something that we deal with, fight with, struggle with, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I'm still in therapy, of course. Stick with it, man, because it does help. I have asked God so many times to forgive me for the things that I've done. I mean, I know they say you only have to ask Him once and that's it, but you know, I'm not that same guy. I'm not that same person. In certain things that I did, there are certain things that I still do, and I definitely can do. But just hang in there, bro. And thank you for that. And like I said, sorry for going away for a few weeks, but I figured I'd give everybody a break, myself included, my partner as well, but my co-host. But the bottom line is yeah, just hang in there, bro. I wish you a lot of luck, and if you ever need anything, man, just don't ever hesitate to call in or email or whatever you want to do, man. Maybe we could talk, whatever you want to do.
Tommy Barnatus 9393 says, "I knew your father, and he was a great man."
Oh wow, okay, thank you, Tommy. I appreciate that. Tommy Barnatus, he said.
Tommy Barnatus, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I know you, Tom, but I appreciate that. Yeah, it could be somebody I mentioned before. I got somebody in my mind, but I won't say. But I appreciate that, Tom. Thank you so much. Good man for saying that.
This is a long one right here.
That's fine.
"Hey, Joe. First, I want to say Merry Christmas to you and your loved ones." I'm sorry, I didn't read the name. 777 The Truth, too, says, "Hey, Joe. First, I want to say Merry Christmas to you and your loved ones, family, and friends, and I hope you had a very blessed Christmas.
Thank you.
I couldn't find a direct email, so I chose this latest video to send this message. I just wanted to say that I truly appreciate your honesty and sincerity when you relate your stories. The fact that you aren't afraid to show emotion when you talk about the people you cared about in your life shows that you have a good heart. You said that you wished you had become a postman and had a family, etc. But when you're young, no one can tell us anything. We know what we're doing," in quotes. Yeah, right. But anyway, that's what they said.
That's the truth.
But anyway, I'm glad that you got away from that life. It's definitely not who you really are, and I'm not saying that you weren't capable. You clearly proved yourself. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been around for so long. But I came to your channel through Dom's, and I look forward to your next video. Thanks again, Joe. I truly appreciate who you are.
Wow.
His name is Providence Jeff. He grew up around Patricia's neighborhood. So many friends and their family members were associated in that life. May God continue to bless and protect you, your family, and friends, and all of your future endeavors. Amen.
Wow, that was very nice.
comment.
Thank you so much for that.
Very
Appreciate
nice
that.
comment.
Amen. Yeah. Wow. That is such a heartwarm felt. Don't we have our own email to send so he can send something or no?
Yeah, we have the it's called Goodfellow Podcast at gmail.com is our email.
Yeah, in
And
case you
then
want to say anything.
Just Goodfellow Pod, not the just Goodfellow Podcast at gmail.com is our email. And then I'll put it on the screen right now.
Thank you.
And then we also have a phone number. I'll put that on the screen too, where you can call and leave voicemails, and we'll play the voicemails live.
Oh, okay. That's what we're doing now. That's good.
Yeah.
See, I didn't even. There you go. But thank you for saying that. That was very, very kind of you to say that. I do get emotional. Listen, you have to. It's tough to have a heart and be in that kind of life. That's for sure. But the people I do miss. I look over the holidays. I lost my aunt. She was 90 years old. She had the Alzheimer's or dementia or whatever you want to call it. I don't know, but she did die in her sleep. Thank God for that. But my uncle's lost now. Even though they might have fought or whatever they did and whatever. But it's an era gone. So I had a lot of those things I was dealing with as well, and I didn't get up to see them in New York. My cousin is supposed to be having something now I don't know if I can get up to there by then either. But because of this lifestyle, and the stuff that I did now is very hard. But I really appreciate that, saying all of that stuff. That goes a long way with me. Thank you so much. And, you're in my prayers, believe me.
Dawn O620 says, "This is an incredible story. Thinking of you."
Wow. Thank you, Dawn. I really appreciate that. Has so much more, that to this story that I can... Well, a lot I can't say. Some I can, of course. There's so many twists and turns. I really appreciate that. As a matter of fact, I was trying to. I will say this. I've been speaking to the attorney who actually helped me win my case, who met me during my confinement when I was in the hole and all of this stuff. Actually, my fiance at that time actually got him for me. So I'm talking to him even to come onto the show too. And I kind of want you to have a legal perspective of what I was going through. And also he's very intuitive too. And how what his thoughts was about when he first met me and stuff. But thank you, Dawn. I really appreciate that. Anything you want to know, or if you think of something you might want to say or hear, or, whatever your thoughts are, send them in. I'm always willing to listen and to talk and to answer anything for all my viewers, anything, except for the negative things and stuff. I don't want to go tit for tat and the keyboard warriors and stuff like that. I'm not into that. Dominic is supposed to be doing something with 3 2-minute rounds of boxing, so that's something he's working on. That's something I might have to do.
Just finding another comment here.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me a second. Let me get another drink.
Vincent Pagliunga Jr. says, "Merry Christmas, Mr. Barone, and to your family from Vinny the Wolf, upstate New York, Newburgh, the 6 boroughs. Salute, Goomba."
Hey, thanks, Vinny. I appreciate it. The Wolf. I like that. We used to have a lot of... That's a good nickname, the Wolf. Of course, I knew the Silver Fox. Yeah, I like that. Newburgh. I remember Newburgh well. There's a strip bar up there I used to go to, a friend of mine owned. So, yeah, I remember Newburgh well. Thanks, Vin.
Jake's Rusi 5725 says, "Really enjoy Mr. Barone's straightforward way of sharing his past exploits. Awesome podcast."
Oh, thank you, Jake. I appreciate that too, man. Like I said in the beginning, one thing I'm always going to do is just tell the truth. I got no reason to lie. I'm not making any money on this here. So, this is going to be just the truth. I also have most of the time records of stuff to back me up. Also, all my court transcripts, they're all out there for public knowledge. I'm going to see if I can get some more of my FBI reports as well. So I have nothing to hide, but I appreciate that. This is all about being honest.
PU Punker 1 says, "Greetings from the UK, Joe.
Wow.
Happy birthday. This is my first time here. Definitely not my last. Great show."
Wow, we got the UK in the house. What's his name, Peter? P?
Just PU Punker, Puss Punker.
Hey, thank you, Puss Punker. Appreciate that. UK's in the house. Tune in more, man. I got a lot more stuff coming up for you, that's for sure. Oh, speaking about PU, I keep thinking, hey, Pete, did you make a copy of my CD yet? I mean, come on, do me a favor. You know what I mean? What happened to you, brother? Go bump into my friend Charlie and give him the CD. For crying out loud, you're such a stubborn bastard sometimes. Anyways, how you doing, Pete? Hope you and Grace are okay. Happy New Year to you. And back in my old days, I would have went like this. I'll see you soon. Or I'm going to send somebody over there to get it. No, I'm just going to come over there and knock on the door and say, hey, how you doing? Give me the thing, you prick. No, it's all right. I'm only fucking with you. Thanks, Pete. Hope things are going well.
Rich Capo 4958 says, what did you think when you saw that newspaper article of you that said the headline, Rat in a Trap? It's a funny title for sure. They seem to have funny titles for the mob back in the day.
Hold on. Oh, you know something? What's his name?
Rich Capo.
Rich. Hey, Rich, let me tell you something. I think, was I still in prison when I saw that? Because they put me out in the papers while I was still in MCC. And so everybody was looking at the papers and they were looking at me because I was walking around the floor. And Joe Waverly was there. Joe Waverly's another wise guy. Capable guy too. He's with a couple of guys over there. He goes, "Is that him?" I was on the phone, and I said, "It's me, Joe. How you doing?" I thought he was gonna have me jumped right there with the other two guys he was with. They were a lot younger, but I was a little taken back when I saw that. I have a matter of fact, I have the article. You probably could show it. Probably you could find it.
It's on our
it
channel banner on the YouTube channel. Yeah.
Yeah, oh man. Yeah, I was a little taken back, but thanks, Rich. I appreciate it.
We'll do a few more here.
Okay.
MMCT120 says, did you know Gotti had a hit on you?
Gotti had a hit on me?
That's what he's saying.
I had no idea.
We'll have to verify that.
First time first time I'm hearing that because I was in MDC with John Jr. We were in the box, like he was waiting. We were in like the place where you wait. It's got the doors, and I seen him. I talked to him because I didn't know him in the street. I seen him a few times in the street, but not to talk to him or anything like that. But I didn't know why would Gotti have a hit on me. I don't understand, but I'll try to look into that because I don't understand how that could be possible.
Might have to ask Dom about that one.
Yeah. Let's see what we could do.
Fusion. Oh, I'm sorry. Lab 8 says no shit. We were born in the same hospital. Let's go.
In North Shore Hospital, yeah.
I guess so. You must have been talking about it in that episode.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Who knows? Wow.
That's funny.
That is funny.
Movie. Wow. There's a movie called My Way. You could play the main role and all the reform gangsters and me in the movie. Make it based on a true story.
Wow. My Way. I never heard of it. That's a movie that's out?
I think that's what he's saying. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to look into that one. Maybe do a movie review on it.
The final curtain.
Jose RD 76 says, I appreciate all your content. That book, I'd love to read it. Signed Christmas gift for me. Respeto.
Oh, okay. Jose, let's see. Send your address over and I'll tell Charlie and he'll send and let me tell you something. This book right here, Charlie Buono, this was a very good story. Excellent way he worded it. It was just all him, good stories in there, and it just shows you. Look, Charlie had a hard life. He came from a good family, so it wasn't that he didn't come from a good family or anything like that. But sometimes you take the wrong path, and he got back on, and this is about that. And even him and I had some a little falling out, which I understand completely. And no, there's all that's put behind us now. I'm not going to look behind. I'm just going to look forward. But yeah, he wrote a really good book. I read it like a couple times. But like I said, look at me and him, friends again, pals again, like we never lost a beat. Because let me tell you something. Charlie and I never even had a fight in the street amongst ourselves. Maybe a disagreement here and there. I can't even remember. So yeah, you'll really like it. Just send me the address and I'll talk to Charlie and we'll get it out to you, right away. Believe me. Thank you for that.
Mineo644 says, this is a genuine good guy. Most Italians are. We're the best down-to-earth people.
I can't disagree with that. But I definitely agree with that. Italian people, well, of course everybody has that saying, but listen, Italian people are mostly genuine. Always got big hearts. They're always giving. And of course, there's the ones that are pretty tough too. I mean, listen, we originated the mafia. Let's face it. You know what I mean? So, but some things had to be done. Look, the Italian people ran the world for what over 1,000 years, maybe, or something like that. What it is, Rome was in power for how long? So
Yeah, a long time.
at least 1,000 years, I think, or something like that. So yeah, but I appreciate that. Thank you so much. We try because we always got good food, beautiful women. Some of the guys are really good looking too. There's some Italian guys that are handsome as ever. Forget about it. So, you ever go to Italy? My friend, he's my chiropractor. My friend Darren and his wife, they went on their honeymoon to Italy. They didn't want to come back home. Yeah. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in again. I really appreciate it. This is the Goodfellow Podcast, and don't forget to watch our Patreon channel where I'm going to be always doing some movie reviews because there's a lot of them out there that are. I'm just giving you my take on it, so it doesn't matter if they have a rating. Just like I'll go see a movie that everybody said sucks, and I might love it. But so we're going to be doing that. I'm going to be playing the guitar. I'm going to be having some extra transcripts and content of my trial in case anybody ever wanted to know. I'm going to see what I could do. It's in the works now by trying to get some more FBI reports on me and stuff that I did out there in the street. And you'll see maybe to how much the degree it was. But thanks for tuning in. 2025, I hope, is a good year for everybody out there. Stay out of trouble and do what you can, all right? Peace and love. Thanks so much, guys.